As shown in Part 1, children question everything and are inherently creative and innovative. However, most children lose these traits as they reach adulthood and begin their professional careers. But some adults manage to hold on to their sense of creativity. What is it about creativity that makes innovative leaders so successful? 500,000 years ago, creativity and innovation was successfully used to tame fire. Since that time, new and more complex challenges have arisen, but what remains the same is that creative and innovative leaders utilize their skills to become successful. Today, there are several examples of these leaders, such as Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos. The first question is, what do all of these creative and innovative leaders have in common? It's not a coincidence that they possess one or more of the following traits. They have a passion for creativity and innovation. They value experimentation. They are unafraid to observe and ask questions. They possess the ability to quickly connect the dots. They create a diverse culture. They develop strong personal and professional networks. And they maintain a long-term perspective. Let's dive deeper into each one of these traits to look at how creative and innovative leaders use these traits to become successful. Likely the most naturally possessed trait is the innate passion for creativity and innovation. These passionate leaders are ambitious, and when they have a great idea, they will stop at nothing short of achieving their goals. They also use positive self-image to inspire others. Let's take a look at Apple Incorporated and our friend Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs not only dreamed big, but inspired others to dream big. He ultimately created some of the most innovative products the world has ever seen, including the Macintosh computer and the iPhone. Steve Jobs was also a large investor in Pixar Animated Studios, where he helped Pixar grow from a small company to a $7.4 billion company in 2006. The results of a study conducted by the ExSEEDers show that 70% of people surveyed believe that passion is critical to being a successful leader. By discovering and following what you are passionate about, you too can become a successful leader. Experimentation may be the most unnatural trait because you must learn to accept failure and use failure to iteratively make yourself more successful. Leaders are willing to accept some tolerable levels of risk in order to become successful, and they are able to quickly learn from these failures. Billy Beane became general manager of the Oakland A's at a time when they had a very tight budget with which to build a successful team. He began looking at players that would provide the most value to the team using the philosophy more runs for us and less runs for them equals more wins for us. He brought in many players who seemed to be misfits or who were considered washed up. He understood their strengths and brought in players to fill the team's weaknesses. In his first year as general manager, the Oakland A's won only 65 games. Over the next 7 years, the Oakland A's averaged 95 wins per season and made the playoffs 5 times. Nobody wants to fail, but if you want to be successful like Billy Beane, sometimes you have to take risks and learn from your failure. Have you ever noticed that the most successful business leaders carefully observe their surroundings and are unafraid to ask questions? These leaders ask why and how, but also ask what if and why not. This ability to ask the right questions helps creative and innovative leaders gain strategic insights that create new opportunities. Equally important is the careful observation of the surrounding world, especially the behavior of others. You may not feel comfortable asking questions in large groups of people. However, several successful leaders are unafraid to ask questions every day. Take Jeff Weiner, CEO of LinkedIn, for example. His leadership style is all about asking questions and being observant. He builds credibility through his observant nature, and unlike most CEOs, Weiner spends about 2 hours each day in non-disturbed thought, allowing him to gain critical insights. Asking questions and being observant can give you the power to make a difference in your organization. Many brilliant and successful leaders are able to quickly connect the dots. This ability to quickly make associations and correlate data allows leaders to learn more quickly than others and generate new ideas that they can build on. By connecting the dots, they are also able to understand and manage the consequences of their decisions. Thomas Edison clearly understood the importance of experimentation. Many of his inventions are still in use today, such as the motion picture camera. Edison had an uncanny ability to quickly connect the dots and at a young age fell in love with mathematics and science. Throughout his youth, Edison built a strong sense of determination to overcome any challenges he faced. One particular invention that was the result of Edison's unique ability to quickly connect the dots was the phonograph. Edison noticed that when the telegraph transmitter was played at high speeds, it resembled a human voice. He quickly thought of ways he could use this to produce a sound recording machine for the telephone. His first recorded playback was Mary Had a Little Lamb, and the phonograph was born. To maximize your potential as a creative and innovative leader, you must too focus on connecting the dots and making associations that others may fail to see. Have you ever seen a successful leader who did it all by themselves? Sure, there may be a handful of anomalies where this is true, but for the rest of us mere mortals, we cannot walk alone in achieving success in our new endeavors. Where creative and innovative leaders succeed is in their ability to maintain a diverse culture. These leaders sponsor mindful practices and promote a culture of creativity, optimism, nonconformance, and trust. They are willing to defend the rebels because they understand the importance of supporting people that possess these qualities. How committed to diversity is Google? They have been consistently ranked in Fortune magazine's top 100 companies to work for and received a 100% score on the Human Rights Campaign Corporate Equality Index every year since 2006. Google understands that creating a diverse culture helps bring new, exciting, and innovative ideas together into reality. Gaining different perspectives and learning from others' experiences is very powerful and can help shape mine. If a company like Google has figured out that diversity is the recipe for success, what are the final ingredients you need to make yourself or your team more successful? You may think that networking is all about politics and brown nosing, but many leaders have developed a strong personal and professional network to become creative and innovative. Their strong and open networks allow for the flow of new ideas, and they also network outside of their area of expertise, allowing them to gain different perspectives. This helps innovators break through walls to create the next big product or idea. You may think of Richard Branson as a playboy billionaire that loves the flair for the dramatic, but Branson also understands the importance of creating and maintaining a strong network. Branson has 6 practical tips for how to build a strong network based on his own experiences. The first being, identifying key players in your business to get an understanding of what has made them successful. Seek mentorship from people in your business, school, or clubs. Look for partners and employees that share the same values as you and who will support you. Build a network of peers. Don't forget about friends and family. And use social media to stay connected and share ideas. Branson also started the Virgin Media Pioneers program in 2010. Obviously, young entrepreneurs understand the value of networking, as the Pioneers program has grown 3,000% since its inception. Richard Branson recognizes the importance of networking to his creative and innovative empire. How can you utilize your network to build your own professional empire? Finally, creative and innovative leaders remember to maintain a long-term perspective. Maintaining this perspective allows leaders to think strategically and remove their blinders to recognize emerging patterns that may shift the direction they are headed. These leaders also think about how the decisions will provide optimal future results. Have you ever heard of Hamdi Ulukaya? Maybe not, but you probably have heard of his business he started in 2005, Chobani Yogurt. Ulukaya moved to the United States in 1994 and quickly developed a distaste for American-style yogurt. He wanted to start his own yogurt business, but didn't have the money to purchase a closed craft yogurt factory. Despite being approached by several investors, he decided to get a bank loan because he wanted to control the decisions within the company and do what was best long-term, and not make the most profit in the short term. He worked on perfecting his recipe for 2 years, and decided to forego specialty stores to ensure his yogurt was easily accessible to everyone in mainstream grocery stores. Through these decisions, he was able to maintain control of the company, develop a superior product, and make it available to as many consumers as possible. He could have cut corners to make a quick profit, but instead held true to his values. In a country infatuated with instant gratification, maintaining a long-term perspective can be difficult, but is critically important to becoming a successful leader. You have now seen the 7 traits that make up successful, creative, and innovative leaders. Have you identified any traits that you need to focus on to help bring out your creativity or innovativeness? If so, great. You've taken the first step to becoming a successful, creative, and innovative leader. If you are wondering what the next steps are to help refine your focus areas, stay tuned for part 3, where you will be exposed to specific techniques that can help you develop and refine your creative and innovative skills.